Hi, Alon. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be talking about some of your work on the issues of sugar and how it works out globally and how international collaborations play an important role there. But before that, Alon, please tell me and the viewers a bit about yourself and your current position and your background.
Okay, so my name is Alon. I'm a faculty member at Tel Aviv University. And my research interest is around food systems, the nutritional, environmental, the political ecology, the economics of food, and how they come together. I'm also the head of the Israeli Forum for Sustainable Nutrition, which is an NGO that tackles food systems here in Israel, trying to promote a more sustainable and just food system in Israel.
Great. So now please tell us a bit about your research on global sugar and how you collaborate on that with people from other countries.
Okay, so this is a very interesting project of mine that started a couple of years ago. I think what really led me there was this realization that um, sugar is really dominant. About 25%, a quarter of all agricultural output in the world is related to sugar crops. And I was really interested, how is it that sugar has become so dominant and has really no nutritional value? That's really a very large inefficiency in a system that is lacking resources. So I started off understanding sugar, and this collaboration led me to various disciplines and people that look at sugar from different angles. So one angle is looking at sugar from an historical perspective. Another one is looking at sugar from an environmental perspective. Another one is looking how the sugar systems could be changed or phased out or used differently in a way that would cause a reduction in human diets, but then again, sugar would still be a viable product in other industries. So these types of research is what I do, and it led me to collaborate with various people, people from the US, from China, from England, all coming from different dimensions, different cultures, looking at sugar from a different angle. And I think I could say with a lot of certainty and confidence that it really made this a very interesting investigation of sugar, not only because people have different disciplines and knowledge coming from different backgrounds, but also the cultural aspects of sugar is very different in other parts of the world. And I think that made it a very rich collaboration.
Fascinating. Now, when we spoke earlier, you mentioned that this is not your first foray or experience with international collaboration. Can you tell us how you first got involved with international collaborations?
So I think my first real collaboration was actually during my PhD when I was at the Weizmann Institute, and my advisor, Professor Juan Milo, we were starting to kind of think about the research that we wanted to do, and we immediately thought about looking at food and environment, and we were introduced actually to an Israeli that was for many years living in the States. This was, I would say, a game changer, this collaboration. Although he's Israeli, the fact that he was sitting in the States, I think was really, really interesting. That was sort of like the first collaboration that I found to be very important. And we have very strong collaboration to this day. I think collaboration is really the backbone of high-level research. And I encourage everyone to look for partners everywhere.
Okay, finally, tell us a bit about your collaboration in the Bayer framework, please.
Sure. The Bayer Institute is a Swedish organization affiliated with the Swedish Academy of Sciences, and it builds networks of academics coming together. And these networks are really, really fascinating. I was convened with colleagues several years ago to tackle an issue of how inequality shapes the biosphere. And they brought early career scholars from various parts of the world and from various disciplines. And we met for several years to tackle this issue, to write papers. And this collaboration was so successful that we eventually ended up becoming good friends and pursuing this subject further by ourselves, finding grants. And we've been continuing this collaboration and meeting every year ever since.
That's terrific. I've learned a lot from this conversation we've had. Thank you so much, Alon, for giving me and our viewers of your time and your experience.
You're more than welcome.